1. What is the primary purpose of performance appraisals in human resources? A. To identify employees' weaknesses. B. To provide a basis for promotions. C. To evaluate the effectiveness of training programs. D. To assess employee compensation. 2. Which of the following is the best practice for designing an employee training program? A. Focusing only on technical skills. B. Aligning training objectives with organizational goals. C. Conducting training without any assessment of learning needs. D. Offering training to all employees without consideration of job roles. 3. Which evaluation method is best for measuring the success of a training program? A. Pre and post assessments. B. Direct observation of behavior. C. Employee self-reporting. D. Supervisor feedback only. 4. What is the main goal of mentoring programs in an organization? A. To provide employees with career advancement opportunities. B. To improve technical skills of employees. C. To ensure compliance with organizational policies. D. To provide emotional support to employees. 5. What is the most important factor when creating a job description? A. The educational requirements of the role. B. The responsibilities and tasks associated with the role. C. The compensation package. D. The number of applicants expected. 6. When conducting a needs assessment for training, which of the following is essential? A. Defining the competencies required for each job. B. Evaluating employee satisfaction with their current tasks. C. Identifying the personal goals of the employees. D. Collecting feedback from external stakeholders. 7. How can HR professionals ensure compliance with labor laws during the recruitment process? By reviewing the company's mission and values. B. By offering all applicants the same salary. C. By ensuring all job postings are non-discriminatory. D. By conducting interviews in groups. 8. Which of the following is an example of formative evaluation in training? A. Collecting feedback after the training session. B. Reviewing the success of the program 6 months later. C. Conducting a final assessment at the end of the program. D. None of the above. 9. What is the most effective way for HR to handle conflict resolution between employees? A. Encouraging one-on-one mediation. B. Avoiding confrontation to maintain peace. C. Implementing strict disciplinary actions. D. Ignoring the issue unless it escalates. 10. What is the primary role of HR in the development of an organization's compensation strategy? A. To ensure equal pay for equal work. B. To develop new benefits programs. C. To negotiate salary increases with management. D. To align compensation with organizational goals. 11. Which is the first step in the employee performance management cycle? A. Setting performance expectations. B. Conducting performance reviews. C. Identifying performance gaps. D. Rewarding top performers. 12. What is a key challenge when implementing diversity and inclusion programs in the workplace? A. Ensuring equal opportunities for all employees. Guaranteeing all employees participate in training. C. Maintaining a balanced work-life culture. D. Managing costs associated with training. 13. How does a SWOT analysis assist HR professionals in workforce planning? A. It evaluates employee engagement levels. B. It identifies strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats related to staffing. C. It helps align job roles with organizational strategies. D. It provides insight into employee productivity. 14. What is the most important consideration when designing a performance appraisal system? A. The ability to compare employees with their peers. B. The clarity of performance criteria. C. The frequency of appraisals. D. The inclusion of employee feedback. 15. How should HR handle an employee's request for reasonable accommodation under ADA? A. Deny the request if it impacts operational efficiency. B. Collaborate with the employee to identify suitable accommodations. C. Inform the employee that accommodations are not possible. D. Direct the employee to a third-party vendor. 16. In which scenario would HR professionals be most likely to use a balanced scorecard approach? A. Evaluating financial performance of the organization. B. Measuring the effectiveness of leadership development programs. C. Assessing employee job satisfaction. D. Creating a new employee handbook. 17. What type of training method is most effective for teaching hands-on skills? A. E-learning courses. B. On-the-job training. C. Group discussions. D. Self-paced reading materials. 18. Which of the following is an example of a quantitative performance metric? A. Employee attitude survey results. B. Number of training hours completed. C. Satisfaction with benefits programs. D. Employee feedback on team collaboration. 19. What is the primary purpose of conducting a job analysis? A. To ensure the job is filled with qualified candidates. B. To design a competitive compensation package. C. To determine the skills and qualifications required for the role. D. To create a marketing strategy for job recruitment. 20. Which legal document must be provided to employees within a specified time frame after hire? A. Employment contract. B. Non-disclosure agreement. Form 9. D. Performance review. 21. Which of the following is an important strategy for ensuring effective onboarding? A. Offering generic training sessions to all new hires. B. Providing clear guidance on company policies and expectations. C. Delaying feedback until the end of the first year. D. Assigning mentors after the first month of employment. 22. Which training evaluation method helps measure long-term retention of knowledge? A. Observation of workplace behavior. B. Post-training surveys. C. Longitudinal follow-up assessments. Focus groups. 23. How can HR support employees in developing leadership skills? A. Offering training on management techniques. B. Providing career counseling services. C. Giving employees the opportunity to lead projects. D. All of the above. 24. What is the best way to assess the effectiveness of a mentorship program? A. Conducting anonymous surveys of participants. B. Reviewing the number of participants. C. Analyzing the mentor's job satisfaction. D. Tracking only the mentee's career progression. 25. What is the primary purpose of a grievance procedure in an organization? A. To resolve conflicts between employees and managers. B. To document employee complaints for future reference. C. To improve employee morale through a formal process. D. To protect the organization from legal liability. 26. How should HR professionals respond to an employee request for a flexible work schedule? A. Deny the request if the position requires a set schedule. B. Suggest a trial period to assess the feasibility. C. Automatically approve all requests. D. Refer the employee to the supervisor for approval. 27. Which of the following best represents the principle of adult learning theory? A. Adults learn best through formal classroom instruction. B. Adults prefer to learn through self-directed practical applications. C. Adults retain information better when it is delivered quickly. D. Adults are less likely to participate in group learning activities. 28. What is the first step in developing a comprehensive training program? A. Identifying the training budget. B. Conducting a needs analysis. C. Scheduling training sessions. D. Selecting the training methods. 29. What is the primary advantage of using e-learning for employee training? It requires no technical skills. B. It can be completed on the employee's schedule. C. It is less expensive than in-person training. D. It eliminates the need for assessments. 30. Which communication method is most effective for delivering sensitive feedback to an employee? A. Written communication. B. Mail. C. Face-to-face conversation. D. Group discussion. 31. In HR, which of the following is a common method for gathering employee feedback? Focus groups. Observations. C. Social media tracking. Peer reviews. 32. Which method of job evaluation considers the relative value of each job within the organization? A. Job classification. B. Point factor system. Job ranking. D. Market-based pricing. 33. What is the purpose of a competency-based interview? A. To evaluate how well a candidate fits into the company culture. B. To measure a candidate's technical abilities. C. To assess a candidate's potential to succeed in the role. D. To test a candidate's knowledge of industry regulations. 34. What role does HR play in fostering employee engagement? A. Implementing employee recognition programs. B. Conducting regular job satisfaction surveys. C. Developing career development opportunities. D. All of the above. 35. What is the most effective way to handle an employee complaint regarding workplace harassment? A. Ignore the complaint if it seems minor. B. Investigate the issue promptly and thoroughly. C. Tell the employee to resolve the matter directly with the alleged harasser. D. Discourage further reporting to prevent conflict.